The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Here's the handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Denmark. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Peterson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback. And the hard part a lot of time is getting him on the ground. Nice job by the big lineman.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for space. It's Martin. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Using his feet. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. From inside the 10, here he comes. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll give it to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. There he goes. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Give to the back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the 1st down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Plows through the defense. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the move. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this all...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
On the run from inside his own 5. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Just feeds the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the 1st, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Got a little space. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. Let's go. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that framing.
Oh, he's got some space. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Snagged out of the air. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Smith takes the handoff. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The give to the tailback. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. At the 45 on his way. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Just couldn't quite squeeze the interception, and man, did he have some daylight in front of him. 2nd down coming.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Spartans will punt this one away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Looking for room at the 40. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And the Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He's got him. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. The toss sweep to the right. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. Got it in the middle. It's Denver. is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to set the tone with the run. Gets it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 4 over Cal. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. It makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
That pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running...
It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got some room to run.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one, 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the air on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Jones. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
That's caught. It's Peterson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
I think we're about to find out if he's bold or reckless. Going for it, 4th and long from their own 41. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Swings it out to his running back. there to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The give on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Denmark. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got the back over the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Peterson. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. To the air, it's Osborne. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. There he goes. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And another big play by this offense. And if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to surge it in. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Wants to go up top. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Michigan State, 0.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Off the play fake on first down. Makes a connection. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
To the air. It's Osborne. Under fire. Ooh. Got it in the middle. It's Stein. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
You got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far, and a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up, and another great job that time in coverage.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going... their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and getting the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. Turning it on! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Denmark. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
That's reeled in. It's Denmark. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll run the toss. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Grabbed over the middle. It's Denmark. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right?
Get set, get set.
Making side adjustments here. They'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The snap sets up to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to do great right here to end the game.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out and they looked prepared. They were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. You sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did.